Hello and welcome to the Best Smash-Ups in Smash-Up, a video series where I analyze factions in Smash-Up and which factions pair best with them. Today we're looking at the Changerbots. The Changerbots came from the Cease and Desist expansion and are definitely loosely based on but legally distinct from the Transformers. And though the Michael Bay films are far from being good, the Changerbots add a fun and thematic mechanic to Smash Up. Today we'll first look at the defining mechanics and then we'll be looking at which factions pair well with them. Let's get started! The Changerbots are a standard deck with 10 minions and 10 actions, but they have a much higher power than usual. Notice their 4 low power minions are 3 instead of 2. Their 3 minions are 2 instead of 3, but have a talent to raise plus 2 power. And their boss minion is 6 instead of 5. Really quick, can we just pause and appreciate the hilarious and cool artwork here? I love what these Changerbots transform into. Huffy is a bicycle, Bruiser is a little tank, and Solar Shout, which is a great take on the name Starscream, is a freaking paper airplane. And Leader 2 is an old beat-up RV. I love it. I love it. Anyways, looking at their mechanics, the main mechanic of the Changerbots is giving you options, transforming you per se, from either power or abilities in the form of talents. Most cards have talents that will either add or take away power at the loss or gain of a different ability. Looking closer at this, your main mechanic is sacrificing power for an ability. You have 10 cards, that's half your deck, that do this. Your 4 Huffies have the talent to move, but they lose a power until the end of the turn. Your Flighterizer does this as well, but can be played on any one of your minions. Change Up and Roll On also does this, but can be done to any number of minions and before a base scores. Fun card, by the way, it's like a Full Sail, but with consequence. Your 2 Solar Shouts let you play an extra action, but at a -2 power until the end of the turn. And finally, your 2 Change into a Gun cards. Attach to one of your minions, destroy a minion of power 4 or less there, and then you lose 2 power until the start of your next turn. Then the card goes away. So yeah, this mechanic is interesting. I always like having minions out with talents because it gives you a lot more options on your turn, so it's easier to break bases on your turn. Some pros are that you'll have a lot of control of the table with your movement, your destruction, your ability to play extra actions on turns when you're not trying to break bases since you're sacrificing power to do so. And when it comes time to break these bases, you can just not use the abilities so that you have your regular power there. Unless you choose to just move everyone somewhere else and surprise break that base. Speaking of movement, that's your second big mechanic. You have 7 cards that allow you to move. We already looked at the Huffies, the Flighterizer, and the Change Up and Roll On cards, but you also have Passengers, which plays on a minion and allows you to have the talent to move it with another minion to another base. With all these movement cards on your turn, you could potentially move 6 minions, and then if you're breaking the base at that point, move the rest of them there. Once again, this gives you a lot of control of the table, and your opponents will have a hard time knowing which base you're actually going to be trying to score on. Next mechanic, you have 5 cards that have talents that will give you power at the expense of your abilities. First off, you have 3 Bruisers that are indestructible, but can gain 2 power until the start of your next turn. Having 3 minions that can jump from 2 to 4 power can be a game changer. I mean, if you have these 3 guys out on a base, for instance, who are indestructible, by the way, before you've played a single card, you can ditch that ability and jump up from 6 to 12 power. Along with these, you have 2 actions, the Touch, that can give you the talent of plus 3 power at the expense of your abilities. These 5 cards can give you one of the biggest gifts in Smash Up, which is the ability to have massive power jumps on your turn. Use them wisely and you'll do very well. Final mechanic I want to talk about is the regular power boost cards, which are always nice to have in this game. Your boss minion, who once again is 6 instead of 5, also gives you a talent to give another minion plus 2 power until the end of the turn. Form Mergicon gives you plus 1 power to all minions on a base until the end of the turn. CCM Armor plays on a minion and it makes you indestructible and gives you plus 1 power. And finally, the Matrix of Bossiness plays on a minion, and you treat its printed power as if it were 5. Great card. So yeah, with versatility, movement, and big power drops, the Changerbots are a great faction all by themselves. They stand alone well. But nonetheless, they do pair well with some other factions. So let's go ahead and take a look at what those are. First, let's look at the Changerbot Cyborg Apes, or as I like to call them, the Optimus Apes. The apes are going to give you something that Changerbots love, play on minion actions. 8 of 10 of the apes' actions play on a minion. This is always good for minions that move around because these actions can continue to stay out. Huffy, for instance, is a good carrier of Missing Uplink, which will give you an extra card at the end of each of your turns. And if you want to keep that in the game longer, which you will, just move her away from the base that is close to breaking. Clyde 2.0 combos with Change into a Gun for reusable minion destruction. Solar Shout lets you stack actions better than Baboom, especially if you're trying to stack actions in your discard pile onto the Flying Monkey plus Cyberback, or just simply stacking actions on your Furious George. And while shielding protects you from actions, CCM Armor protects from Ninja Master and other minions that destroy. So some of the ape's weaknesses are gonna be helped out a lot by the Changerbots. You've got to try this combo if you want to see some massive power jumps and some fun movement with your play on minion actions. Our next great combo is the Wizard Changerbots. Massive card draw from the Wizards will help you quickly get the key cards like Leader 2, Solar Shouts, your Change into a Guns, and your Matrix of Bossiness. Along with their extra draw, the Wizards' extra action plays enable reliable power burst with the Touch and Matrix of Bossiness. Since your Archmage is the only minion you have with reoccurring abilities, the Touch can be used on your other 9 minions without affecting them in any way, which is really nice. The CCM Armor and Archmage go well together since you'll want to keep that Archmage in play as long as possible, and this makes him stronger and indestructible. Along with this, your CCM Armor and 3 Bruisers, which are indestructible, will make your sacrifice card hardly a sacrifice at all, giving you some nice card draw without losing a minion. I don't think I have to further prove the value of this combo, so let's look at one final one. Here it is, the Shape-Shifting Changerbots. I mean, the name alone suggests some cohesion there to the point of near redundancy. I know when the Changerbots were first announced, there was an outcry from the Smash Up community that the Transformers already existed in Smash Up through the shape-shifting robots. I digress, let's look at some specifics here. First off, your Mimic. Your Mimic, guys, is going to be even stronger with Changerbots in your deck. Mimicking Leader 2, that's a 6 instead of a 5. Your Matrix of Bossiness can be played on a little guy, and then your Mimic can take that printed power. Similar to the Sacrifice card in the Shapeshifter deck, you have 4 cards that destroy your own minions for really nice abilities. With your 3 Bruisers and your CCM Armor, you can get those bonuses without losing a minion. For instance, your 2 Transmogrifies will let you search your deck for a minion with the same or lower power and play it as an extra minion without losing your minion. Really will let you do the same from your discard pile. And Back to the Future, which, side note, is my favorite card name in the entire game of Smash Up, will let you play an extra minion. I love the Shapeshifters deck. It's one of my favorites in the game, and everything I hate about it is fixed with the Changerbots, so this is definitely something you should try out. So there we are. The Changerbots pair well with the Cyborg Apes, the Wizards, and the Shapeshifters. That's it for the Changerbots. Really quick, I wanted to give some shout outs, I wanted to do some Smash Up news, and I wanted to offer you some ways that you can contribute in the making of these videos. First, some Solar shout outs. Matt EUSK gives the highest voted suggestion. He suggested the Cyborg Apes Changerbots combo. Thank you for your very thorough breakdown, Matt. Desocupado suggested the Wizards combo. And Huo411 suggested the Shapeshifters. As always, you can suggest combos for the factions I analyze. Just go to reddit.com/r/smashup I will definitely give you a shout out if you give me a high voted comment. Fair trade. My next Smash Up video will be on a faction based on my most beloved franchise, the Astro Knights. So please jump on the Reddit page and give me some comments, and we'll make some votes and determine which factions pair best with these scruffy looking minions. Do you agree with the factions paired with the Changerbots today? If you have any suggestions for what you think goes well with them, please comment below. I love talking about this game with you guys, so seriously, do it. Also, after my Astro Knights video, I'm trying to figure out which direction I should go. If you want me to do It's Your Fault, I'm thinking of maybe doing that. However, I also am down to do the All-Stars and the Big in Japan expansion now that I feel like I've got some more games under my belt and feel like I have some credibility talking about them. So yes, please comment below, tell me It's Your Fault or All-Stars and Big in Japan. I'm seriously on the fence about it, so I really will let you guys choose that. Moving on in Smash Up news, the sheep are coming. Yes, they're coming in the mail if you did the survey. I know. I hope you did it. Although I've never thought to myself, I wish I could be a sheep in a board game, I actually am very excited about the sheep coming. Because when it comes to Smash Up, I am a sheep. And clearly you are too, because you're watching a video about it. Finally, if you liked this video today, please like this video. And subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like it in the future. Also, feel free to watch my other Smash Up videos right here, where I break down other factions. Finally, I just did a review of the game Tortuga 1667, which you can watch right there. Anyways, thank you for watching.